In this video, I'm going to show you how to create transactions using Cashflow Rapidfire. Firstly, once you've installed Rapidfire, you'll have a desktop icon. Once you click on that icon, all you need to do is enter the username and password that you set up in Cashflow Connect. Once you're logged into Rapidfire, you'll have various options. The first option is Invoices. This will give you the ability to create a single sales invoice. You'll see at the top of the page you have a drop down for client. We only set up Bespoke Building to have access to this, so they're the only client I can post transactions to, but if you had a number of clients, they would all be listed in this drop down menu. For Bespoke Building, we can see that I've got my customer record, so it's brought through my sales ledger directly from my Cashflow account. I can add a new customer if I wish to directly from here. We also have our chart of accounts. So if I click on sales type, we can see it's brought through my sales codes directly from my Cashflow account. So I've got labour and materials. If I click on labour, I can see it defaults with any descriptions and pre-built prices that we've got listed in our Cashflow account. We can then add in additional lines onto an invoice as you would in Cashflow, and we can just change any values and VAT rates applicable within here. You also have the option to choose the invoice date, when the due date is, which will be brought through from your customer's payment terms and conditions, and also do we want to mark this invoice as paid. We can add in the payment details if we wish to. Once we've created that invoice, all I need to do is just click save in the bottom right hand side of the screen, and we can see that invoice has been saved. We'll now see a full list of all of the invoices that we've saved in the system. The next tab is batch invoice. So here's where we want to upload multiple invoices directly to Cashflow without having to create them individually within our Cashflow account. So again, we have our customer code, so I can choose the customer who it's for. We can choose the date. We can add in a purchase order reference number. We can see we've got our nominal code, so again we can choose the sales code, and then that will bring through the details. And then all I need to do is, if I just go to the end of the line, I can press the F6 button, and that will just duplicate that information. And we can see every single line I'm creating here is creating a new invoice. Once I've completed those, I can just go and change the customer who they're for. So we can just go and change all the customers in here. You do have the option, just by clicking on the little pencil icon in here, you can go and add a new customer if you need to. We can go change all the dates. So again, we can just choose the dates of the transactions within here. And then once we've done that, we can just go and change any values if we want to. Once we're happy that all our invoices are entered correctly, all I need to do is just press the save button, and we can see that they have been saved as a batch. Now on the batch invoice screen, we can see all of the batches would be listed here, numbered, dated, how many lines are included, and the batch total, and the status is currently pending. We can then add new and add as many as we need to within there. We can then go to receipts, and then we'll have the option to add in a purchase invoice, so we can see it's brought through all my suppliers in here, and then I can just go and continue to add on a single purchase invoice. If I've got a number of receipts, I can just go to batch receipt, and again we'd be able to choose from all our suppliers in here, choose the date, reference number, and it will bring through all of our purchase codes in here. So I'm just going to say that's just materials. We can put in any description that we want, the value and the VAT rate, and again we can just F6 those, and that will create additional lines for us, and we can just go and change any of the other details that we wish to on here. And once we've done that, all we need to do is press save, and all of our receipts are now saved as a batch. If you go to the review screen, you'll then see a list of all of the individual transactions that you've created in Rapidfire, and also all of the batches that you've created. All you need to do to submit that into Cashflow is highlight the ones that you want to import, and then just click submit on the right hand side of the screen. It will give you a message to say you're about to upload these to Cashflow. Do you want to continue? If I just click yes, that's going to upload those transactions for me. That's been successful, and now it will show me a report, and we can see exactly what has been created. so we can see the purchase receipts and the sales invoices that have now been uploaded. If we go in to our cash flow account and go to Invoices, we will then be able to see on our date range a list of all of those transactions that we've just created in our Rapidfire account. And that is the quickest way to upload sales and purchase invoices into a single cash flow account.